thoughts on One Piece live action? It was a good show. I really enjoyed it. I don't know. It had this really good way of changing a couple of stuff, but then keeping the raw identity of One Piece intact. I think the casting was superb. I think all of the actors generally really loved the show, care, and could capture the spirit of One Piece. I really enjoyed, especially Inyaki. I think he did like a really good job in Luffy. I don't know. I think the show was really good except for a couple of stuff. So I think one of the main things was Garp. He didn't really like, nothing against the actor. The actor was really good. It's just that he didn't have that same feel as this goofy guy that is Luffy's grandpa. Like, he's this guy that you could tell. Like when he was grabbing Luffy in Water 7, he started snoring. He's this goofy guy that never really gets serious, wants to play around. That's why he turned down promotion, because he didn't want to have his freedom taken away, which is literally just what Luffy's whole identity is: freedom. That's his whole goal, being the world's freest man, or freest person. And in this show, he seems like this angry, senile old man who has these actual fits of anger, which doesn't suit the character at all. I think it was interesting because that was the B plot which Oda was most against, and that was the part that I didn't like the most. And I understand why they did that, to add some more excitement and adventure into the show, because having like this marine, especially a vice admiral, chasing them would really be cool. But having throughout the entire show, you'd think Garp like chasing them seriously, and obviously you know in the show how strong and powerful Garp is. It doesn't. He doesn't really suit the character. Like, this guy's actually trying to catch Luffy, except in the end of the show, you find out that he was just doing it to test Luffy. Um, I think they could have maybe done it like a different way with like, maybe it was Accent Morgan or something. So Accent Morgan, what he does is he goes, and he starts chasing after them. Then Helmeppo realizes his dad's not actually a really good guy. Maybe he like kills people for whatever, and basically they turn against him, and they're like think for mutancy, but then they get sent to Garp. I think that would have been cool, and I think that would have been like a whole better, much better than having like this Garp. Because I think having like that in paper sounds good, but when it was in like thing, this guy has fits of rage. He doesn't really suit the character of Garp at all. He kind of seems more like Dragon, not really like Luffy, or which is interesting. So overall, the show was really good. I really like all of the different actors, especially, and I think the best part of the thing was the sets. All of them were wonders. They all had like all these different Easter eggs that you uh didn't I didn't notice most of the thing except for my second watch. So like having a little nod to the uh, crocodile mom at the start, crocodile mom, which is actually pretty cool. Um yeah, the show was really good. I think just a couple of stuff kind of let it down. Also with like Usopp versus the fishman guy. Also, like when he shot him, and then they just put a mannequin that went flying away in the wrong direction. That was actually pretty funny, and it got me laughing. Um, a couple of stuff like that was wasn't like the best, but it is a really hard show to adapt perfectly. Like they spent $18 million on each episode. It's an extremely expensive show, and you can see how much love and care went into the show. I think it was a really good adaptation. It was easily the best there's ever been. Excited for season 2. I'll make a video on why that probably won't happen with like Chopper and everything. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.